Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to the show, Kletus Roadside Service. We are back. Okay, we were off for a while. I did record an episode, and then I forgot to put it out. Sorry about that. But we're back. I ain't gonna put that other one out. It was a bad one. So, but we're back. We're doing it today. I had surgery, and that required me to have some time off from work, which I wasn't opposed to it. I was kind of excited about it, and they actually released me a couple days early, but I asked them not to. I didn't want to start the week on a Thursday and then Friday and then come back and keep going. It was going to throw everything off. Not really. I probably should have done that, but whatever. It all would have been light duty shit. They wouldn't have had anything ready for me. So said, you know what? Just start me back there on Monday. And then my new boss lady, she said, you know what? And your favorite job has just posted. So as soon as you come back, you will be the one on that job. I said, you know what? I'm starting to like this new boss here. The new boss ain't as the same as the old boss or whatever they say. They say something about something. The new boss, hopefully, so far so good. I like her. She's a cool lady. She likes me. She thinks I'm a cool dude. One cool dude, I guess. But the other boss, he'd been like, no, you had surgery, or he would have just made something up and been like, you can't do it for a couple of weeks. I'd have been like, what the hell? Because that's what happened last time. Last time, I was on vacation and I missed the first week of this job. And then I came back and I was like, hey, I'm here to do the job. My favorite job. Everybody knows it's my favorite job. And he's like, nah, man. You go do grunt work for a couple of weeks. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's like, you were on vacation. I'm like, I'm off of vacation. And the thing is that nobody else wants to do this fucking job. From what I've heard from everybody else, they're like, dude, I fucking hate that job. You have to stay out of town 3 times a week, and or you only get to be home once a week or whatever. I don't know. And I'm like, well, I get the weekends and I get to get per diem. And right now, per diem is what's needed. I need to stay out. I need to collect some per diem money. But anyway, so yeah, today I'll set you up. We got the Kenworth T880 fresh steer tires. So my irrational, not so rational fear of blowing a steer tire, those fears are lower right now. But I just talked to the driver that ran this truck last. He's like, "Yeah, you're missing some chunks out of your other tires. I thought they were gonna fix those too." And we looked at them, and they're not that bad. They are missing a couple of little chunks here and there, but they're not. They're not. They're not missing fucking strips. They're not about to fucking warp and blow apart. They're doing all right. They're still round. Oh man, that water's cold. I like that water being cold. All right, now we get to merge onto the highway. Yep, I'm coming in. Y'all better be fucking ready for me. We got to merge again? No? Okay, cool. Because I don't want to have to merge again if I don't have to. Kenworth T880, fresh steer tires. I got me a half a case of water in here. That's good. It passed the pre-trip this morning. It's got coolant. It's got oil. It's got washer fluid. It's got power steering fluid. Okay, just jump on over in front of the tanker truck. Why don't you? You fuckhead Ford. Don't fucking flash your fucking brake lights at me, you bitch. You know you did wrong there. Hooked up to a vacuum tanker, a 5,500 gallon vacuum tanker that just had the whole all four rear wheel hubs, wheel hubs, new wheel hubs put in, oil bath hubs, you know. So I'm pretty happy with that. This tanker, the last job it did was this job. Obviously, whenever I took my week off, that's when this job actually started, and they had somebody else doing it. But he's like, I'm ready for him to come back because I don't want to do it no more. I'm like, hey, I'm here, bud. I'm here. I'm ready to rip. Now, I just hope that they keep busy enough that I can continually do this job every week for the next, I don't know, until fucking winter. I don't know. I hope so, but it's not really looking like that. It's not looking that way. They only have one frac tank, which is like a 21,000 gallon tank with wheels on the back of it. You can hook it to a semi truck. It's kind of funky looking. But anyways, it's a frac tank. They got one. It's set inside their building. So whenever I get there, I got to pull in and back into their bay door, or close to it at least, and then start loading. And I'm hoping that everything goes nice and smooth with that. He mentioned that one of the hoses is a little fucked up, but if he made it work, I think I can make it work, you know? And it's from a power plant, so I'm hauling a hazard chemical. It's selenium water. It's not that hazardous, you know. It's I guess it's hazardous to put it in the creeks and the rivers and whatnot. And for some reason, they can't really process it out here in Kansas City anywhere. So we take it all the way down to Winoka, Oklahoma. There's a facility down there that will dispose of it for us. They just basically solidify it and then dump it in the mountains somewhere. I don't know. Not real keen on what they exactly do, but whatever. You know, I just dump the shit there and then I leave. I don't work there. I don't know. They don't tell me nothing. So I'm super excited. Now, I was a little confused when I first got into the shop because I have not been there for 11 days. I took Thursday, a Friday off, and before that I took that Monday off, but I worked the Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I had the rest of the time off until today, Monday. And they are still in the process of building a new office inside of our shop, which is it's exactly how it sounds. It's an office inside of our shop. It's kind of, I didn't think it was going to work out very well when I heard about it, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a little bit of a maze. I'm surprised they made such a maze in such a little area. But I don't know. So I get in today and I open up the old office, and luckily the paperwork that I need to do this job is still in the old office, but everything else looks like it's been moved. I was like, where the hell is everything? Where is everybody? But I was able to grab my paperwork and go out, and I was looking for my truck, and you know, because they had used this truck and trailer for the same job last week, so I figured it was already connected and ready to go for me. No, the truck was way up front, out in the outside, and then the lower building is where we house the trailers, the tanker trailers mainly. And I go in there, and there is a tanker in there, but it's the wrong one. I'm like, what the hell? Where is the tanker? I had to make a couple of phone calls. Turns out it's in the actual shop. That's where they were replacing the wheel hubs, and had to get every. Not that chaotic, but just chaotic enough that it put me behind about 15 minutes, which is fine. I'm allotted a 15 to 20 minute deal. I'll be all right. I'm gonna make it. But just like, come on, man. Can it not just be easy one day? Like, can it just not be ready for me? I'd love it to just be ready for me one day. That would be great. But no. Oh, well, water's cold. All right, and got everything connected, everything pre-tripped, got out the gate finally. I got everything I need with me. I got spare bandages because I got to wear, not a diaper, but it is a I don't know, a 4x6 bandage on my tailbone with a little bit of gauze, just to collect any seepage. It's fucking gross. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it at all. Although it does look a little bit sugar coated if you look at it. I haven't seen it. I don't go back there and look. If Jesus wanted me to see my fucking top of my ass crack, he would make it easier to put mirrors up to see it. But it's kind of fucking, like, because the mirror, it's right behind you, and you're trying to look back. You're like, I can't fucking see my ass crack. I've probably seen my ass crack 3 times my entire life, and that was usually as a baby when my mom would throw my fucking feet behind my ears, to wipe my fucking shit off my ass. But I don't even remember what it looked like then, and I bet you it don't look the same now. Now I did. There was one, in my teenage years, you throw a mirror down on the ground, and then you stand over it like a caveman, and you shave your fucking crack out. Used to do that a couple of times. That's an eye opener, if you know what I mean. You're like, whoa, why do I have hair growing in there? Like, why is there hair in my fucking ass crack? You know, you would think, like, all right, fur and hair growth is for warmth or whatever. Between my ass cracks is pretty fucking warm, regardless of how much hair you got down there. It just makes things a little bit easier when there's no hair there. So I don't know. I used to shave my asshole, my ass crack a little bit as a kid, and maybe that's why it's grown so long now. You can braid this shit. Okay, I'm so furry back there. If I'm on all fours and you got a German Shepherd on all fours next to me, you can't tell which one's which. I'm fucking fur man. I'm a goddamn werewolf. Okay, and it's been like that for a long time. Been like that way for a long time. It was kind of self-consciously, or body. I didn't like my. I was scared because in middle school gym and whatnot, you all got to shower together, which is fucking gay. And then I'm not trying to look at everybody else, but you can't help but see the guy doing the helicopter right there, and you're like, he ain't got a hair on him. He ain't got a hair on him. And then you look at me, and it's like, my legs are fur, dude. I got a sheep farmer just wants to fucking cut the hair off my legs and make it into a blanket. So it was a little self-conscious, growing up, but I've come around to it. I kind of like it. Kind of like being a little furry on the ass. It's kind of nice. Honestly, it's kind of nice. If you guys don't have hair on your ass, then I don't know what you're doing wrong. You fucking scooting across the carpet like a dog. Even the dogs got hair on their ass. They don't rub the hair off of them. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyways, I am part werewolf, so Neanderthal maybe. That's fine. That's fine. Little caveman like. All right, enough about my ass hair. Um, my my poor wife, she's been changing these bandages out for me. Now I rip off the old gross one without her around, and then I just bend over the bed and I'm like, "Wipe me up, baby," and she'll get out the wet wipes and clean my hole. Not my asshole. This is like at my tailbone. This is like at the top of my ass crack, right at the crack. It's basically my lower back. Uh, she cleans, wipes it out, makes sure it's all nice and clean, puts a little piece of gauze there, puts the 4x6 bandage on there, puts it on so gently. And I just wish she would go around the adhesive perimeter a couple more times because it feels nice. Not going to lie, it feels really nice. My back is really sore back there. And whenever she just rubs me right there, she's trying to be gentle and gingerly because she thinks it's going to hurt me. But I'm like, push harder. Push harder. But anyways, I don't know what's going on with it. I'm wondering if back in 2022, with the initial impact and everything, your tailbone is I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked it up, but I'm just going to use what I think is correct without any medical knowledge whatsoever. Your tailbone has a little tiny, it looks like a damn near like an arrowhead. And it's a tiny little arrowhead bone at the bottom of your spine, and that motherfucker can get flipped, and it can start fucking some shit up. And I'm thinking that's what happened. And then initially, got it fixed, and everything was fine for a few years, and then it happened again. I think I just hit my ass a little bit too hard again. And I think I have a little bit in common with one lady. You remember that one lady? You might not have heard about it. She was on some sort of a TV game show or whatever, and they had like a fake ball pit. Which, hey, if you're gonna have a ball pit, make it a real ball pit, not a fake ball pit. Anyways, they had her on like this platform, and she was trying to jump from one platform to another or something, and I don't know if she passed it, or I don't know exactly what happened, but I know she was going to jump into the ball pit. So she jumped into the ball pit in a seated position, and instead of it landing in a nice ball pit, it was only like a couple of balls deep, and she landed straight on her spine and became paralyzed. Ain't got no more legs. She got them, but they ain't doing nothing. And that's kind of what happened to me, I believe, whenever I was jostled around in that truck in 2022, where I fucking got launched into the ceiling of my truck. It wasn't a ramp. It was just a rough ass road, man. And I had a little bit of air in my seat. And I was running a Class B vac truck, so it was like a 10-wheeler, straight truck or whatever. And it was loaded, so it should have absorbed a little bit more of the bumps, but I don't know. For some reason, it sprung me up all the way, and I hit my head on the ceiling, and then I came back down, but there wasn't a lot of air in the seat I just bottomed out. I just landed directly on the floor, basically, and it fucking wrecked me, dude. And that's what started everything. It actually didn't wreck me that bad. I didn't think at first. It just kept getting worse and worse over time. And then that's what developed a hematoma or whatever. I don't know. That's what a doctor told me. But anyways, still dealing with that today. It's gotten way better. They packed me with some ribbon. There was some medical ribbon type shit that they had to fold. Well, it was already folded, but they kind of rhythmically put it into they cut my asshole or ass open and shoved all this ribbon in there to fill the void or whatever. And then it was painful. It was really painful for a while. But having the swelling released a lot of pressure, and that made me feel a lot better, but I still couldn't work and whatnot. And then I had to pull the ribbon out myself on last Sunday. I pulled it out, and then I went in on Tuesday, and they looked at me and they said, "You're good. Looks really good." I said, "Well, thank you." But yeah, I wasn't quite ready to go back to work, and it's way better now. Just judging upon the bandages that I have back there, it's the hole is healing. We're doing all right. My damn my damn truck here. All right. Well, the truck is fine. Truck is fine. We're doing all right. We're cruising. Where's my speedometer? There we go. Have I been doing 55 this whole time? God damn. Um, Back at work now. I'm gonna run this vac truck. I'm gonna run it good. I'm gonna get this fucking thing loaded. It's 6:30 a.m. right now. I am a little bit behind. I kind of wish I was at what I was going for was to be at the facility right now, and I'd say about a little under halfway there right now. So we're making it. But I did see on Facebook, like I got the news organizations for Kansas City out here. They're like, "Oh, hey, starting tomorrow, we're gonna close down like almost a third of the highways." But yeah, we got a lot of road work, so we're gonna close down a lot. Like we already have a bunch of highways shut down, but we're gonna shut down even more of them. So be prepared. I'm like, you motherfuckers, you fucking fuck. I mean, good thing I'm going to Tulsa or not Tulsa, Winoka. I'll be down there, for a couple of days. I still am gonna have to deal with a little bit of the fucking traffic, but we got this new the 69 corridor. They're adding in a toll lane on the highway. It used to be a 2-lane highway, and yeah, it would get a little backed up here and there because the fucking fuckheads. Nobody knows how to drive over there. Everybody's in a fucking rush all the goddamn time. Um, so they're like, well, people are just gonna keep rushing. Let's add a lane, redo everything. Let's redo everything, add a lane, and then make it a toll lane. These motherfuckers been working on this shit so fucking hard for so goddamn long. It's fucking ridiculous. I think they're getting ready to open that motherfucker up, and it's so dumb that the far left-hand lane is going to be a toll lane, and the right 2 lanes are going to be like normal, and it's only going to cost you like $1.50, but it's only for like 3 miles. Well, it's for a little bit more than that, I think, but it's a very small stretch of highway that they're going to charge you to drive on in that left lane. It's so dumb. I'm like, you guys should have made the whole fucking highway that, It would have made more sense if they would have done it that way, but I don't know. They're like, oh yeah, the tolls are going to help pay for, or are going to pay for it. I'm like, nobody's going to use that fucking lane, you dipshits. Nobody's going to use that fucking far left-hand lane because people got to take an exit, and then they got to fight through the non-toll people to make to their exit. And the people that are in the non-toll ain't going to give a shit about the fucking people in the toll. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe their plan is going to work, but I think it's so fucking dumb. I don't know. We don't have any tolls out here in Kansas City unless you're headed out. Well, it's not in Kansas City. It's from Lawrence to Lawrence, and then you get on the I-35 corridor, toll road and whatnot. And I don't know. It's just been that way for a long time. I don't like it. There are ways around it, slightly. But I don't know. It's what everybody, kind of had been dealing with for a long time out here. But now they're adding a new one. It's so fucking dumb. Anyways, enough about Kansas City and their fucking toll roads. Um, my time off was spent really lazy. Not gonna lie, I was. I mean, I wouldn't say lazy, meaning that I had surgery and I was resting and I was requested to rest. But I didn't do really fucking anything for a long time. I started playing Grand Theft Auto again, and I actually got into it. I was like, "Who am I?" I was playing Grand Theft. I played a way more Grand Theft Auto than I played any other game. But yeah, I enjoyed that a little bit. It was interesting, because I had a PlayStation 4 Grand Theft Auto account that I've had for a very long time, and I had built that up, and I had like all kinds of cool shit and everything. But I never got the GTA 5 or the PlayStation 5 version of that game. And I finally, got it, and I started playing it from scratch, and hey, I moved up pretty quickly. It's a lot more enjoyable to play these days. But played a little bit of that. Played with the kids, obviously, quite a bit. Hung out with them. Not doing too much physical shit with them, but hanging out with them, watching movies and eating popcorn and hanging out. Good times. Good times. I hope they appreciate that, the time they got to spend with Dad, because it's about to go away. Haven't had anything like that in a long time. Being able to be home with them. Now we've gone on vacations and stuff, but that's totally different. It's like I'm work, 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 and then vacation. It's like, all right, now I got to try to calm down, and then go back to work, 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 work. And then this was a stay at home and relax. It was kind of really nice. So glad I got that. It wasn't until like this weekend I took care of a couple of my goals. I got the garage cleaned up. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. I got the garage cleaned up. I didn't organize any of my tools and all that bullshit, but I took a bunch of shit out, left it on the curb for people to take. I got my dog kennel taken down. I got things reorganized. I got the mini freezer moved. Cleaned out that whole side of the garage, and now my wife's car parks in there perfectly. It's clean. It's slightly organized, except for my side, but whatever. And I'm still trying to figure out a way to. Oh, sorry. My wife's car is nice and small, but I got to figure out how I can get the dirt bike in and out with her car in there, because my other garage door doesn't have an opener, and there's so much shit piled in front of it. Before and again now, I cleared it out, but I put everything back. Not everything back, but there's a bunch of shit in the way again. So that garage door is it's just a wall, is what it is. It's a wall now. But I got it done, man. I'm very proud of that. That was one of the first things I really did was cleaning up the garage and making it really nice. And I got it done. It took 2 days, mainly one day, but I kind of got a late start, so I didn't have time to really finish. And I was getting kind of sore from moving around that much after being sedentary for a long time. But got it done. I mean, there's one of my things on my list taken care of. My wife's car is parked in the garage. I got the little ball hanging from the ceiling and everything, so she can pull in there, park. Get the garage door opener, little button. She's got it. Everything works great. Because we only have one of them, and I would keep it in my backpack, so when I rode my dirt bike, I could open and close it. But this is way better. This is going to be way better. Once I get my tools organized, I'm going to have a lot more open space on my side of the garage that I'll be able to actually work on the dirt bike and have her car in there, it's going to be nice. And I got my radio fixed. My uncle threw it away a long time ago. It's a big old school boom box, and is his garage radio. And I don't know. He just said he got a new one or something. So I took it, and it worked well for a long time. And then I don't know. Somebody was fucking with it, I think, and the damn thing wouldn't turn on anymore. And I was getting ready to throw it in the trash, but while I was cleaning the garage, I was like, let me just fuck with this a little bit. The power switch was bad. Or, I don't know, I'm guessing that's what was bad, because I just ripped the power switch out and tied those wires together, and I'm like, oh, you just got to turn it on and off with the plug now. Just unplug it if you want to turn it off, or turn the volume all the way down. I don't know. But got me my garage radio is back, and it sounds wonderful. I got all my fishing gear organized. I'm not a big fisherman, but I have a lot of fishing rods and reels and shit that I inherited from my wife's grandfather. And then I got my kids, they got their rod and reel, and I got one for my wife, and my wife's got her old tackle box from when she was a little girl. Got all that stuff nice and organized on my pegboard. Spare dirt bike plastics and parts are kind of up on the pegboard too, and got all my brooms and mops and all that shit organized. It's nice. And then we even have an old vacuum, a Dyson little wall hanger vacuum thing. And my wife dropped it, and it busted the whole casing of it. And so we threw it in the garage, so we were going to throw it away. Well, I found some clear silicone, and I put it all over that fucking thing. And now I got a badass garage vacuum. Until my wife wants it back, I got a badass little garage vacuum. It's kind of nice. It works great. You know what? May Trucking, I don't like you at all. What the fuck are you doing, May Trucking? You're a big fucking idiot. He was on the inside turn lane, which trucks can take the inside turn lane, and then right there at the very last minute, he decided he wanted to take the outside turn lane and cut this fucking little Honda Pilot off. The poor guy. I need another water. I hope I don't throw up again. Last time I did this, I fucking threw up. I was like, I'm dehydrated. Let me drink a bunch of water, and then I fucking upchucked. Let's hope not. But I am fucking thirsty. What else is going on? Oh, and then I don't know. It was really. I don't know, my wife was kind of like, "Man, you hadn't cleaned up nothing this whole time except for the garage." So last night and just yesterday in general, I cleaned like the entire house except for the bathroom and the bedrooms, but like the whole upstairs is looking fly. It's looking really good. Um, and I worked a little bit later than I really wanted to. I just could not fall asleep. And my wife was gone. She was off hanging with her sister. I had taken the kids to Luke's house for a Super Bowl party. Had a great time over there. The kids loved it. We had a good time. I learned that some football terms. I don't know if I learned them. I learned what they don't mean, I'm like, does that mean, because we had a little tic-tac-toe board, or a bingo, football bingo, his mom had filled out. And I'm like, it says offsides Patriots. I'm like, hey, look, the Patriots people, they're not on the side. They're off the side. And apparently that doesn't mean what it's supposed to mean. I don't know. And then they're like, the tush push. I'm like, hey, so they got touched that guy's butt. Can I fucking mark it? And they're like, no. I don't know what the hell the football terms are. No idea. Sorry. But, we played. We had a good time. And, yeah, then we went back home. We left before the game was over. Luke had to leave. I decided I needed to get up early as shit, so I was like, let me go home now too. Didn't help anything because I was still up. I think at fucking 1:30, 2. I don't know. I quit checking my phone. I quit checking the time on my phone, but pretty sure it was like 2 o'clock. So I'm running on very little sleep, which is not really ideal. I'll be fine. I'm not going to work I think I'm going to work a 12-hour day today, maybe. But that ain't going to be no problem. And if I do have a problem, a 5-hour energy will help me out. You know how it is. Get all hyped up on a 5-hour. But, yeah, trying to think of any. Oh, I did ride the dirt bike. I just took it up and down the street, my neighborhood street. I had the garage cleaned up and everything, and I've got the dirt bike yanked out. So I was like, maybe just ride this thing. It was a nice weekend. It was a really nice weekend. Got a lot of laundry done. That's about it. I started playing a new game. I tried to. I bought my winter car. And I decided, you know what? Right after I fucking bought it. And I was like, you know what? I just enjoy watching people play this game. I actually don't want to play it. So, fucked up right there. I should have bought something else, American Trucking Simulator or something. I should have bought a better game, but I didn't. But I don't know. I think I'm going to call it quits here. I'm going to end this episode. And I'll be back with you soon. I want to get this one put out so you guys can hear it. So, adios. Keep all 18 down. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.